and welcome to another episode of the Niche Girls podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with
Yolanda
and Jessie.
Yay!
We didn't plan it that time, but we nailed it. So good job,
Didn't
guys.
interrupt
Yeah.
each other.
Good job.
Thanks.
We're back this week, and we have a fun topic for you. It's another. We don't do a lot of, I think, or we haven't anyway. We're gonna start doing more of them. Kind of product, like niche product based episodes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start
Like
a
our
little series.
favorites.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the parks and stuff going on, and I mean there has been a lot going on. But so we're gonna start a series today, and we're gonna kind of pepper them in through the next couple weeks, where we're gonna talk about the designs that we have for each park, what our personal favorites are, why we decided to include them in the line, and just why they're special to us. And so we're gonna start with Epcot today because I don't know,
Why not?
Epcot's just the best. I'm sorry, but it is.
Why not?
So
It's not, but I mean, why not?
it is,
It
but
is.
that's neither here nor there. That's okay. We'll have another episode where Yolanda and I fight Jessie for which part
Why
is
Epcot's the best part?
It's fine.
why Epcot is the
Totally
best
fine.
and why
It's
Magic
fine.
Kingdom is the worst, and Jessie will fight us, and you guys will listen, and it'll be great
Yeah.
because Yolanda and I will win.
2 against 1. So nice of you
Brawl.
guys. I really
Brawl.
appreciate that. It's great.
And then sip my coffee. Watch that all unfold. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Before we jump into it, how is everybody's week? I'm sure we're busy. We're always busy.
Always busy. Yeah, we're always
Yes.
busy. It's been a great week though. Just I'm still
How's your
taking
kitten,
care.
Jessie?
I was gonna say I'm still taking care of the kitten. Him and Frankie are still working things out. But they've gotten very close to each other without hissing. So that's
Hey, progress.
I mean it's very
That's a
yep,
step.
it's progress.
That's
so
progress.
Yeah.
yeah,
Get
it
a
is.
Rover sticker out. That's
I know.
progress.
That's
Yeah.
progress. I was literally looking for that sticker yesterday. I was trying to post like a story of them like sleeping close to each other, and I was like, "That's progress." But like Instagram doesn't have anything that says that, so maybe we should make something that says that.
That's
Yeah,
progress.
petition for better like Instagram stickers for
I know.
stories and stuff. Or,
Right?
like, I need to learn how to make them and like
I know.
because there's so many that I'm like searching for when I'm trying to post a story
And they're not there.
that are not there. But like I also
No.
can clearly envision them in my mind. So I'm like, where have
Yeah.
I seen these before?
Yeah, I really just wanted like gears moving and it to say that's progress. But all I could find was work in progress, and I had like a little loading bar, and I was like, okay, well this will do,
No.
but
No,
it's
that's
not what I
not
wanted.
Not what I want. No.
But yeah, they're doing good, but it's just been hectic, just trying to work from home a little more to keep an eye on them, so that way Feeney isn't locked in this office. I prefer him out in the living room and like exploring the house, but they still need supervision. So he's currently locked in here again with me, just
Yeah.
so I don't have to supervise them. Jake's not home, so
Yeah, it's a
but
process.
yeah, it's a process, and that's totally fine. But I mean, give it a month, and they'll be best friends, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good though.
Yo, how are you? How's wedding planning?
Oh, good. I am ready. For it to be
She
done.
sounds so enthused. She's like, oh, it's great.
That's great.
I hate it.
Yeah,
Literally, dude, I got
know.
so sad. I
I
got
hate
like
it
so
too.
sad the other day that David was like, "Oh, do you want to just like not do the big thing?" And I was like, "Well, we spent all our money the other day paying everyone off, so we're in
Yeah.
it to win
Yeah.
it now."
So
It's a
Yeah.
really stressful time. I know. I mean, I got married maybe about 10 years ago. I think I've been married
Yeah.
10 years. I don't even know. And it's really stressful. And I know like people say that and they're like, oh, it's a stress, but like, no, it
is.
like bankrupts you financially,
Yes.
emotionally. People are coming at you with like all of their stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just would like to be married and I want to get to that point. So if we can just,
yeah,
Yeah,
Do
I
that.
I
know.
think obviously
that's the
like
thing,
getting,
like-
getting to spend that day with David will be very nice, but I am praying that
Yeah.
everyone plays nice with each other. I'm just hoping and manifesting that for the day, all of my friends and relatives can fake getting along. That would be nice, but I don't believe in them. I don't
Yeah.
think any of them can, but fingers crossed.
But Yolanda, like you're a year ahead of me, so like I'm learning from some of your stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so you're helping me. If that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever have any questions, I can definitely help.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah, that's-
at Yolanda's wedding,
lot.
Jessie and me are going to be like, you guys watch Parks and Recreation? The
We're gonna be
episode where
patrol.
Donna gets
Yeah.
married and they put April, like she puts April in charge and she like gets all the Meagles in one room and she's like, Meagles!
Like, yeah, like,
You better
get it
shape up.
together.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
what Jesse and I are
We're gonna
gonna
be
do.
patrol. Like, you
Just like
behave,
get
you
along.
behave. This is
Literally.
Yolanda's day.
Yeah.
Literally, like just don't bother me. I don't know.
That's gonna be us, like snapping people into shape. Do I know you? No. Well, you know me now. Hello, my name's Jessie.
You
I'm
better
this
act
person. Blah
right.
blah 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 blah. Stop.
Like
When
act
she's yelling at
right.
them, she's like, "Stop talking about Mallorca. Mallorca is off the table. It's
Yeah.
genuine." And she's like yelling at
Yeah.
them.
Yes. That
We
is
Oh
got
my
you.
god,
Don't worry.
I
But
love
yeah,
that scene.
I think the
It's so
the
good.
day hopefully will be beautiful, but it definitely is a sham.
Yeah.
Like when I say
That's
it's
a
a
lot.
sham, I don't mean the wedding because that is very much not a sham. I mean that the way it's advertised to I think the female's
Yes.
existence your whole life is that like, oh, it's so magical and planning is so fun and everything and like it no. Just
No.
It's a
no,
lot
and
of
maybe
work.
if you're
But
someone,
like,
maybe if you're someone who really enjoys party planning, maybe it could be, or maybe I don't know, maybe it could be, or if you have an unlimited bank account at your disposal, I'm sure that there's a situation in which it could be
yes.
if you were able to hire someone to take a lot of everything off of you. I think there is situations where weddings are probably really cool, but I just
Yeah.
have not had the most positive things happen to me. So I'm
Yeah.
ready to move on, but I'm excited to wear a pretty dress. I'm excited to wear the dress.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna do
Yeah,
a
and I
veil. I think
You are?
no, I don't think I'm gonna do a veil.
yeah, I
I'm
don't think
not.
I didn't have
I
one.
was originally gonna do a black veil, and then I was like,
Maybe I did.
eh,
I don't remember.
I'm
I'm
not.
not feeling it anymore.
I've tried them on and I hate them all. I'm like, I don't care
Yeah,
what
I'm
color,
not
what
feeling
length,
it.
what size, what beading. No, I don't want it.
I really was. I was gonna do a black one because originally, like, it was like, okay, if I can't have a black dress, I'll do the black veil, and then I don't know. I just don't really want. It's extra
Who
also
said you
like
couldn't
weight.
have a black dress?
I kind of me. I just it felt. I tried on a couple, and they felt very like quinceañera like prom dresses. So it didn't really
Got
feel
it.
like a wedding dress, and it was weird because I
Got
feel
it.
more confident in a black dress. Obviously, like I
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
cool in a black dress, but it didn't feel like a wedding dress. It just felt
I
like
get
a
that.
ball gown.
Yeah, I hear that.
So that's why I ended up going with
Well,
the white dress.
everything will be
But
beautiful. Jesse and I will be there to crack skulls, and
Yep.
it'll be
I'm
good.
excited.
Got you.
I
But
love
I'm sure
Halloween. I love
I'm sure
Halloween
I'll
weddings.
share a
It's gonna be
photo
great.
on the story. Yeah, eventually.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Once the time comes.
Yes.
Listen, it'll all be great. And then at the end
Yeah.
of the day, you're married, and it'll be awesome.
And then
And we
And
love
Kristen, how
Yolanda
are the
Fiance,
kiddos?
so.
How are the
Yeah,
kiddos with the
They're
back to school
good.
and
Back to
They're
everything?
school.
good. Yeah, it's back to school season here in Florida, so that has just
Yeah.
been. And my district is a uniform district. And so, and I have two now. Hunter's not in VPK anymore. He's in kindergarten. So it's just been a lot of like,
Kindergarten.
I know. It's just been a lot of like and having two of them too. So like moms that have two of them, like you have to get all these I have the school supplies just in like a big box in my living room, and we're trying to like divide, like one needs one ream of copy paper, one needs two boxes of Band-Aids, so it's like having to sort through
Yes.
all that. I was texting, Jesse and Yolanda how expensive back to school time is.
So
And they were really
expensive.
I didn't
horrified at
realize.
the amount of money that I had to spend on like school supplies and then like uniforms. And again, like uniforms don't need to be expensive, but I also, because I'm very busy, I don't want just like one pair or two. Like I want enough that I don't need to do laundry every
Yeah.
Yeah, every
couple
day,
days.
every week. Like,
Midway through the week, at least. Yeah. Like you
Yeah,
want to
so like,
make
and
it
I got
5
lucky
days at
because some
minimum.
of the stuff that fit my older one, even though she's a girl, like the uniforms are nice and generic. So like I was
Yeah.
able to give a lot of that to Hunter. But yeah, it's very expensive, and their birthdays are also both around this time of year. So like
Oh, true. Yeah.
financially being a parent is just like,
a lot of money.
yeah, it's just like the money comes in and then it just like immediately is gone again because you're like,
Disappears.
oh, they need uniform. And then like they need like regular clothes too. Like this is where the uniform thing is great, but it's also kind of a pain because it's like, great, I'm stocked up on uniforms. And then it's like, but then they don't have anything to wear like
On the weekend.
on the
Yeah.
weekend or after school. So like you do have to buy some of that. And then activities, you're signing them up for all of that stuff and getting those schedules and what they need for that. And, my daughter does dance. And so now she needs like new dance shoes. And then like there's conflicting days, right? So cheer and dance are on the same day. So is there another like jazz class that we could do? And it's just like a lot of
Oh my
that
God.
going on. And
Yeah.
it's and then she can't do dance, like, because now we got to move class. So, like, her friend Brooklyn won't be in her class. And it's like, well, what are we going to do? And it's just, like, these problems that you have when you're a 9-year-old girl. And then as her mother, I'm, like, trying to, like, fix it. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do? Brooklyn's not in her class. Like, so it's like, oh, my God. And
Wow.
you kind of, like, lose yourself. Like, it's not a big deal. And they're kids and it's fine. But you're like, yeah, I don't know. I got to call Brooklyn's mom. I got to see what's going
Gotta
on.
get
Like,
this sorted, yeah. Like,
gotta get this sorted out, the
Gotta
girls
get-
are gonna be upset. So it's just, you find yourself as a parent. I don't know, moms, do you agree with me? Like, you just are, this time of year is just very
Crazy.
Heavy.
crazy.
Yeah,
So that's even what I was saying before we got on the podcast. I'm like, I'm excited that, like, school schedule, it's like right within my grasp. Like, everything will calm down and we can, like, have a nice, like, we'll be on a routine again. Because I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but in my house there's no routine in the summer. None. It's just a giant free-for-all.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that though, but that's good.
That's what
I'm
we
glad they're
got.
doing good. Yeah.
That's where we're at.
God,
I
that's,
know.
that's a little bit about our personal lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right?
where we're at, guys. Now you know.
Get to
When
know
you see
us.
in the parks, you can be like, "Are you okay? You
Do
all
you need
seem
help with
stressed out.
anything?
You guys all doing well.
Back rub, maybe?
You seem overwhelmed. You all okay?" Be like, "We're great. We're so good.
We're great.
We're so good." Oh, so speaking of the parks, we're going to talk about our Epcot favorite designs.
Yes.
Jesse, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. All right,
Do
so
it.
my favorite Epcot design that we have currently, it would have been the new Figment that we talked about last time. The new little Figment bucket because he's so cute and I love him. But I was like, does he really count as Epcot?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
yeah.
weird.
It's a
Like,
mashup.
he's kind of like a weird in between. He's like a Halloweeny Epcot. So I went more normal Epcot. And I chose the Figgy, the little
I love
Figgy
it.
teapot. I mean, he's, hangs like this
There you go.
up in the kitchen. So inside, our little Figment ride that we love oh so much. He's in the kitchen set and he is a little teapot and I do love him so much. I love that you can put him like up or down or sideways or whichever because he is upside down technically in the ride. But I love that setting. Like when Figment flips you upside down, and it's just so fun to look at everything up above you. Like, we love, love, love the ducks. I want a Figment duck so
love
bad
the
for the
ducks.
bathtub scene. Love the ducks. I want a Figment duck for the bathtub scene. Like, there's so many little elements in there that you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's Figment, there's a hidden Mickey, there's a hidden Mickey. Like, they just gave so much detail, and I wish that part of the ride would just slow down. Because I'm
Yeah.
constantly like, I feel like I'm like a puppy dog looking at all these a million things above me and I'm like this, like
Yeah.
trying to
I'll
see
love
everything.
to.
Yeah, it goes just too fast in that part. But I do really love him and I think he's just absolutely adorable. And his little wingies and I love him. His little horns. Yeah, so he's my favorite from Epcot. And just the fact that he's a teapot, like I really want that teapot in my house, like as an actual teapot.
Yeah, same.
He
bad.
would be used, but also be on display all day, all night, all year. So that's all right. But yeah, he's my favorite in Epcot. And again, like we all just adore that ride. And Figment meet and greet is supposed to be coming, so we are keeping our eyes out for that. No, Kristen, don't give me that face. He's coming.
Okay.
We just
I'll
need
believe it
to.
when I see it.
Me.
Okay, well, we're all waiting on that.
I
We're
just feel
waiting
like
on it.
Disney tells us what we want to hear, so we get off their backs, and then they have like no, like
I
I
know.
don't know.
Meanwhile, Disneyland,
I
they're
feel
like,
that-
Disneyland, they're
But
like,
how fun would it
is like
be?
20 good new character meet and greets this year. Is that's
I
enough?
know.
yeah.
Like,
And then they've been
I know.
promising us Figment now for literally a full year, and it's like he's coming.
they have a few
Yeah,
months
yeah.
left, so we'll see.
They
but
do.
Time's
Yeah,
a ticking.
September. Yeah, September is when summer ends, so he's got to be here in the next couple months. I would absolutely love whoever is there, like on opening day. Like, I would love to give Figment a sticker and just be like, "Here's a sticker of your teapot. Please enjoy it," and just like see what happens if he like attacks me with a hug or I don't know.
That
This
would
is
be
what
good.
Jessie
Just- it's a-
fantasizes about at night. She's like, I want to give Figment a sticker, and then I want him
Yeah.
to hug me. Like,
Yeah,
the things that she
exactly.
dreams
Like
about.
I
That'd be
want it to
really
be
cute
the
even for, like,
best dang
cat
hug
videos.
you've ever had from Figment.
I
love
remember
that.
when you got to meet Figment and Dreamfinder because I'm
I
older
know.
than the lot
And
of
your
y'all.
picture, oh my God, you need to put that picture on
I will.
stories.
I will. Jesse, make a note.
Ugh.
We'll definitely put that in stories.
The
We
dream.
have it on, remember when you posted, like we first opened the account, you had
A
posted
long
all of
time
our
ago.
like kid photos?
Yes.
It's
It's
Mm-hmm.
in
in
there
there.
too.
But
We can
yeah,
always
we'll
share
put
that
this
post
in
again.
Can we
stories.
share
And then
that
I
reel
also
too?
remember, I don't know if I
Yeah.
have a picture of it. I would have to really dig in my archives or even ask my parents, but they did have like a big Figment back in like I think it was like the late, no, maybe the early 2000s. They had the big Figment walking around back there. Um, and I remember that too.
Yeah.
So,
See, I don't remember any of that.
yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do it this time. If he's gonna be like walking around, or if he's just gonna be like hanging out in that like where they have the Chase building where they have that meet and greet. If they do
Yeah,
something in there,
I heard he's supposed to be somewhere around Imagination Pavilion. I don't know if he's maybe gonna go like inside where like Vanellope and Joy
Wait,
are.
true.
wait, is he gonna be full size? Like you said, hug. Like he's gonna
He's
be
supposed
like.
he's supposed to be full size. Supposed to be. I don't know if he
I
actually
don't
will
know. I
be,
have
but
thoughts. We'll see.
I don't love it.
we're gonna
I
find
kind of
out.
wish.
Well, I mean,
I kind of
obviously
wish
we'll let you
they
guys
would
know.
do like a BB-8 situation because
Yes.
Yes,
Figment's like small. Like Figment's
he's
like
small.
small.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. So,
And just in case you guys haven't ridden that ride lately, I was on it the other day and I was texting pictures to Yolanda and Jesse frantically. They actually updated the Figments in those rides. He got a
yeah,
new animatronic and he's looking like there's more detailing on his belly. His face has like more detail.
I'm excited to
He's
see it.
more articulated than he
yeah,
was before. Like he does that little dance at one point when he's like right this way and he's like like he's a little bit more articulated now. And I was
yeah.
really excited about it because it was new and I had no one, no one to
No
tell
one
that
to
would
tell.
care in this world. They also updated like the Kandinsky paintings in that scene, and I was like texting them. I'm like, oh my god, there's so much new stuff here. I can't even believe it. So
So
definitely,
funny.
I mean, I wish they would redo that whole ride and make it like it used to be back in the 80s and the 90s.
I would love to see that. I mean, I've only seen ride-throughs, but
Yeah,
it looked stunning.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they really do have the technology to do it now, like with screens and stuff like that. They really do have the technology
Yeah.
to do it and do it affordably. And I definitely
Yeah.
think they should. So when I saw the animatronics, the new ones, I was happy, but then I was also like, oh, I think maybe they're just like doubling down on this. And like that means we're not going to get any sort of like really good like
They're
revamp
too
anytime
focused on the
soon.
meet and greet that's supposed to come this summer.
I know.
We'll see. Maybe that's why they're
We're
starting.
here. Hello.
Maybe.
Come on.
But
Yeah.
I'm also because Kristen noticed a lot the other day she was there, like the smell changing on Spaceship Earth, which is where my favorite design is from. But I need to go ride it and see about that. I need to see about
Yeah,
that.
Yep.
the Rome burning scene, guys, the smell was very different. Even my husband, who's not as like
Disney.
yeah, he loves it, but he's not there all the time, right? Like I'm there
Right.
all the time and
Yeah.
can sense a
Not
change,
prone
like
to
in
the
my
smell.
bones.
I'm
I'm
scared.
like, there's something's not right here. Something's very different.
Yeah.
He was like, that smells different. I'm like, it is different. Listen
Yeah.
to me.
I'm
No,
telling you, they're
Kristen,
changing
Kristen,
smells
Jesse, and
and
I
stuff.
not
It's weird.
only because of our obsession with the parks, but a lot because of our last employer. We noticed like the weirdest changes. Like Disney could physically change a sign. For instance, one time there was out by Harambe Village in Animal Kingdom, across from the
Oh, the
restaurant they
fruit.
have in there, which
The
I'll
fruit.
never forget that. Across from the restaurant they have in there, and then I'll go on to my favorite one. They added a fruit scene by Zuri's Market and everything, and I was messaging like everyone in a group, being like, the fruit wasn't there," and then they
Fruit
were
is
all
Yeah,
not
they
like,
right.
knew.
It's new.
the people we worked
Yes.
with didn't live in Florida, so a lot of them, are not in the parks as much as we are, and they were all like, "I don't know, I think it might have been there," and I'm like, "What I'm telling you guys is that those bananas weren't hanging there," and like it was like a half hour of me standing there trying to
These
figure
are
this
new
out.
bananas.
And like Kristen noticed the other day, she noticed a new light pole. Like we noticed like so Disney, like they literally could change like a minuscule paint color, and like I would notice it. Like
You do. You feel it
Yep.
in your bones. Like you look at it and you're like, that wasn't
That's
there.
not
it's
Like,
not right.
it
Even
just
if you
should
can't
do.
figure it out immediately, you know that it's not right. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the smell. Like you just know. You're like, this isn't the same.
Yeah.
Like,
And the Figment, I was like, there's more detail on his pink belly. And my husband's like, okay. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like bringing up pictures like a crazy person. Because, of course, I have 9,000 pictures of Figment
Yeah.
animatronics on my phone. Who doesn't?
Me.
Who doesn't have that?
Yeah,
Who
me. I'm
doesn't?
like,
Who
no, no,
doesn't?
no.
No,
It's
no.
not.
Here's the receipts. And I'm like showing him. He's like, yeah, that looks a little different. I'm like, a little? A
A
little?
lot.
And then,
No.
Yolanda
Like,
and
no.
Jessie were very kind about being like, that is completely different. You are correct. And I'm like, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for validating.
Yeah,
It
no
was
problem.
fresh. It was fresh, guys. It was fresh.
Fresh.
It was
All
fresh.
right, yo.
Okay.
Enough
All
Figment.
right, so
Well,
my favorite, I did say it, is from Spaceship Earth. Mine is the yellow leggings girl, disco scientist, whatever you'd like to call her. Because so she's in the scene just before you go into like the cinema, like the globe era with the stars.
Before you go
So
into
after
the
the cinema,
Matrix.
after the home, she's in the scene with the giant computer.
The
And I
digital
think
area.
to a lot of people, I've seen people cosplay her before on like Dapper Day and stuff like that. So I
Oh my
think
God,
she's
yeah.
always been, yeah, I think she's always kind of been one of those like iconic ride characters. And I was so happy that we were able to bring her to life. And I also really think the Afro art on this sticker is so cute that like the Afro is covering her eyes. I love it. I love this hidden Mickey. The hidden Mickey's on the clipboard, which you can't really see too well here. But I always wanted to dress up for that character as Dapper Day. I still haven't, but I think it's such a fun, just a fun like 70s nod, everything. Like I love the nods to history as well as just how much the Disney community, there's very embraced characters from Spaceship Earth, and it's like that, the mystery of faceless Paperboy, and
Don't
who
get me
does the
started.
extra. Yeah,
I have so
exactly.
many
And
thoughts.
and the Egyptian with papyrus. So there's just
Yes.
a few characters, and Sleeping Monk. That's another good one.
Yeah.
But there's just a few characters that
are
everyone
definitely on our
kind of
short list.
obsessed. Yeah, like everyone obsessed with Epcot knows like those four. But when we started
Yeah.
our shop, I was like, this is the one that like, and I've seen other stores have like different merch. We've seen embroidered hats. I've seen pins. Just really fun, like original art like we have. So I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
She's so
Spaceship
cute,
Earth is
too.
just like like we always as a family, because my kids are not thrill ride kids either. So keep in mind that's where I'm coming from. But we
They're
always
still
go on
little,
Spaceship
too.
Earth, Figment, and Living with the Land, and I call it like the holy trinity of Epcot rides because it's like what we have to do like all
Every
the time.
time.
Every time. And yeah, it holds like such a, I don't know. I love that ride. I've remembered, narrations before when it was like Walter Cronkite and Jeremy Irons, and it's changed a little bit over the years, and I do miss like some of the effects, but I mean, we've gotten Yellow Leggings Girl as a result, like of some of these updates. So it's like,
Yeah.
you have to give to get
A little bit.
A little.
a little.
I've always
But,
loved
like, I really-
museums.
No
And
more
so I
changes,
love
like-
that it's like a ride through museum. I agree because originally, like before the pandemic happened, that was on the short. Like that was, they were like we were updating Spaceship Earth, and I was having
It was on the
conniption
block.
about
It was
Yeah.
going to be down for 2 years. And I was like, it didn't
I
even
know.
take 2 years to build it originally. What the heck are you, like, from scratch? What are you closing it for 2 years for?
I was scared. I honestly, if they would
I
just
was
fix
too.
the
I was too.
fix the track and make it run smoother, that's really all they need to do. Like leave everything, leave everything else.
Leave it.
Don't touch it. Don't
Don't touch.
Don't
fix the
touch it.
track.
Don't touch.
Just
Don't
fix
mess
the
with
track.
perfection.
Just fix the
And like I
track
said,
so it
they've-
doesn't go thud,
They've
thud.
updated it through the years, but it's always been like pretty much the same. And like for randomly, my husband found a old version of it on YouTube the other day, and we were watching it. And like I was, you can tell like there's parts where some of them are wearing a mask in that Greek scene, and the Paperboy didn't always face an empty alley, and he used
Yeah.
to face you. And there's like
Does he
little
have a
things
face?
that they've. Yeah, he has a face, and he used to. This is my issue. Is back in the day, up until this latest version, he was standing on the corner facing you, yelling at you, extra, extra, read all about it. And the rumor is, I have no idea if this is true, that they broke him and his face broke, and so they just turned him around, and now he's facing an empty alleyway, yelling extra, extra, read all about. First of all, who is he talking to? There's nobody there. There's nobody there.
Why did
And
I
I've
remember?
heard that
you're
rumor too,
Disney.
though.
You're Disney. You're Disney. You can't fix the face of a broken animatronic. Come, isn't
This is
that
how I
what
feel
you
about
do?
the Yeti. This is how I feel about the Yeti.
I
And I'm
know.
like, fix it. Fix it.
This is what you do. This is your wheelhouse. This is literally why you exist. You're on the cutting edge of this technology. Put a new mask
didn't.
on him. Get him out there. Forward
Yeah.
facing. It
That's
irritates
the same
me.
way because the same way I feel about the Yeti, because they literally just put a strobe light over him. And not long after the ride opened. So, like, you spent hundreds of $1,000s building Everest, investing in researchers to go there, making sure the storyline was perfect. And then y'all just said, well, we'd have to close the ride again to fix this, so we'll just put a strobe light over.
I think with the Yeti, it's the fact that they would have from my understanding as someone who's not an engineer, they messed something up so that like the Yeti is like integral to the foundation of the ride or something. So to fix him, they need to like take off the top of the mountain or like do something very crazy. It's not just a matter of like a quick fix. It's going to be like millions of dollars. It would be down for a very long time, and it's like a big he's like part of the structure. Like they really messed something up when they not messed something up, but they miscalculated something.
Right.
So it would be a huge.
And the last thing they want is like
fix.
the Yeti falling on the ride. Like
Right. And it would be like a costly. It would be. Remember how angry people were when I think it was last winter, Everest was down for just like 4 months for just like regular maintenance, and I remember, you know, being in the parks as often as we are, like I would always hear people complaining, or they're like in line waiting to get into Animal Kingdom, like, oh, we're gonna run over to Everest, and I'm like,
that was always the scariest. That was always the worst when I heard people doing that. I'm like, no, you can't.
I
know
that it's not like people were mad that it was down for 4 months. So can you imagine if it had to go down for 6 months or a year for them to like fix the structure? I mean, people would really rage. So
yeah,
I hope they fix it, and I agree with Yolanda. Like this is kind of what you do, and
I don't think they're ever gonna fix it. It's been like that for so many years now. Like
I agree. I don't think it's on their
that's
list to fix it,
how
but
it
I think
is.
the same with this same like reasoning that she said for the Paperboy. It's kind of just like with the prices that you were charging for to the best of your ability, all of your rides should be operating at the highest potential. Like and like including animatronics. You know what I mean? Like for instance, the past few like not to get on this train and then I'll let Kristen go, but the past few times that I've ridden Ariel, at least one Ariel has been broken in the Ariel's Underwater Adventure. And like, you know, those things don't impact, you know, everyone's trip, but what I'm saying is like it can be a little creepy for kids to see her singing and not see her mouth moving and things like that. And I know that they don't, it's better than closing the ride, but again, the Disney prices have gone up and families do deserve the best possible experience in terms of ride operation. And so there's things like that where I'm like, it's the same way I feel when I ride the Cat in the Hat in Universal. I'm like, if you could just repaint it, you could just repaint it.
I
like
love
there's
the
simple
Cat in the
fixes
Hat.
for some of this, like just repaint it. Just repaint it.
I just expect it to look that way now.
I think too, talking about Universal is Disney's gonna have to then I'll tell my favorite Epcot one, but before I do, I think they're really gonna have to step it up because Universal is opening Epic Universe in 2 years, and
cannot wait.
I mean, already there's a big market share. Like people used to come here just for Disney, and then they would start going to Universal for a day or two. But now you have people. Universal offers so much. The Harry Potter stuff is huge. My kids are just kind of getting into that now. I mean, I've been talking to Jessie like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to take them. Like,
I'm like, okay, I'll bring my wand.
Yes.
But like they're really gonna have to step it up because people are gonna come and they're gonna be like, where do I want to go? Universal, where everything's brand new and working perfectly, or am I gonna go and watch a Yeti with a strobe light on it? Like I think they're just gonna have to really like step
work
up
on it.
Some of that stuff because Universal's gonna come in and snatch some of those people and some of that revenue because
And
they're lazy.
They have already.
They have already.
Like I know
when Epic
people
Universe
that
opens, it's gonna be 10 times worse because guess whose kid really loves Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Oh, same.
So guess where we're going to be spending some time, you know?
Yeah,
so,
and that's the thing. Like, I know people that just come down for Universal, and that's like their go-to. They don't even bother with Disney, and I'm like,
wild.
you don't. I'm like, you don't want to go to Disney, and they're like, no, we're at Universal. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like,
we know people.
I had a family I was serving. I had a family I was serving yesterday, and they are staying at my hotel, and they were supposed to go to Disney today, and literally they were like, I think we're just going to stay in the lazy river all day tomorrow. It's too hot, and we don't want to deal with it. And I was like, yeah, but it's Magic Kingdom. Like, you could go at night. You already have your tickets. And he was like, no, I don't feel like it. And it's, they're already like 11 years old. I was floored because I was like, wait, but you have your tickets. But to that point, it's you're going to have to keep up with everything else. And Disney also takes a weird, just like we were saying, like a weird amount of time, like closing Spaceship Earth for 2 years to do things when like no offense to them, and again, not to get on this topic because we have like 10 minutes, so I'll let you go. But like,
We're very off topic, but it
like-
needs to be said.
it needs to be said because in the time that Disney has, kind of built Tron, we already have Minions Land, a new Minions ride. They're working on DreamWorks area now, and then we are also getting a whole new park while they've opened all of this.
Yes.
So I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know what building company or relations that Universal has, but and don't get me wrong, Disney does an amazing job
they're
with
killing
theming
it.
and storytelling. Like I will say that
Yeah.
Universal's ride lines are not always the most themed. The Harry Potter ride lines are very themed. The rest of the ride lines in the park, they're not the most themed, and Disney always makes sure that
Right.
their storytelling
They're
is
not.
really thorough. Yeah, and Disney storytelling, it's thorough. I'm not discounting that
Yeah.
at all. But like, I'm unsure why are their builders so fast, and Disney
Right.
builders are like
Yeah.
for instance, the
Well,
Moana
how long
area.
did Guardians of the Galaxy take? 4 years? Like
The
it
Moana
takes.
area is
yeah.
literally not a ride; it's water features. Like what?
And they're still
Come
working on
on.
it.
Yeah.
There
They
was a
got
little
a
kid the
whole
other day that was walking
menu.
past it. Yeah, the little kid was like, "Mom, when are these walls coming down? They've been like this for like 4 years." And he was like 9. And I was like,
Yeah, my kids don't remember what Epcot looked like beforehand. They have no.
Without the
It's
walls.
been behind walls now for as long as they can remember, and I'm like, that's tragic.
I know Epcot with
because,
walls.
I mean, Epcot
Yeah.
is
It's beautiful
amazing,
before.
and for my kids to not only not remember what I remember, but to only know it with walls is like absolutely
Walls.
a travesty
Yeah.
that I can't.
Yeah.
But from the
overcome.
YouTube videos I've watched, the new Minion area is really themed. It is very immersive.
It's
like
so
the,
themed.
Yeah, Jesse's been.
so like you said, like
cute.
Disney's, and they figured out a whole menu in that same time as that was being built. They hired chefs. They hired like
And the menu is extensive.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff on that
And
menu.
themed.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
themed, all minions. Like it's
Well,
it's
even
amazing.
like, I mean, the Harry Potter stuff. I haven't been recently. I went when I was pregnant with my son, so this is 6 years ago. I mean, and
Yeah.
at the time, I had never seen a movie or read a book. I had I didn't know what I was looking at, but
No
I was
recollection.
Very
impressed
detailed.
because it's so. Disney doesn't do They're not the only ones that do immersive anymore. Because
Yeah.
again, as someone that had no idea what they were looking at, I was like, damn. So,
yeah,
you know,
it's true.
they're,
Yeah.
again, now Epic
But
Universe,
it's
they're
exactly
Love
what
it.
you said. It's exactly what you said. Like we're pointing out these little animatronics, but like they're gonna need to ramp it up.
Amp it up a little.
yeah, fix that and then start adding some big ticket stuff. You have
Awesome.
to get that traffic back, and I don't know that I don't know that Moana
a
Journey of
haunted
Water
mansion.
is gonna get people through the door.
No.
But I'm
Give
not
me
sure.
a haunted mansion food restaurant.
I've been saying
Like
that for
Please.
years. Put a bar on
what
top
is Harbor
of Tower
House?
of
Get rid
Terror.
of Harbor House.
Yeah. Yeah, put a bar on top of Tower of Terror. Give me a Haunted Mansion restaurant. Like, these are the things. I know it sounds ridiculous, and then I will get into my favorite.
Put a bar
Design
next to a
it, yeah.
playground. I'll die on
If
this
you
hill.
want to get people through the door at Epcot, fix the Figment ride. Like I just said, you have people like me that rode the original.
Literally.
If you need any more proof, look at the Figment popcorn bucket. Like, come on, people love him.
know.
Yes, there's a lot of people that
Figment
don't. but they're-
anything.
And a Fig Newton.
Yeah, like that
my
thing, the
God.
Munchling
Oh,
sold
that's
out. Like,
cute.
come on, people love Figment. Give him a good ride. You will get people through the door. This isn't
Yeah.
rocket
Yeah.
science.
It's
I
not.
know.
Come
So I just
on.
yeah,
Kristen.
but I agree. I agree. They're definitely they're gonna need to, and hopefully they are, but they're gonna need to think
They're
about
gonna
what
need to
changes
step
they
it
need
up.
to make in the future. Yeah.
So, on that
know.
note,
And not
again,
changes, additions.
yeah, just no, yeah. Let's we got to step it up, but let's be realistic here. Don't touch Spaceship Earth or Living with the Land.
Don't touch.
Yeah. Additions. That's,
Additions.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take away to give us something. All right, I'm not into that.
Right. Just add.
Just add. Come on.
sad.
Yeah,
All right,
off topic,
Kristen.
but it needed to be said, and we can get into it more
did.
in later episodes. But it's just irritating, like to say again, as people that are in the parks all the time, to kind of see this stuff and be like, "This is an easy fix, y'all. Can you just give me a
I know.
little?"
And you wouldn't like if you're listening to this, and you're someone who visits every other year or something. Yeah, you might not realize it on your one trip, so you're not feeling ripped off. But if you're visiting once a week,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
still no, huh? So I'm standing up for everyone who doesn't come as often. I'm standing up for y'all, so you're welcome. So I'm
All right.
raising your awareness so that when you come and ride the aerial ride, you can be like, it's still
Could not.
it's
So you
still
can march
broken.
down to
Still
guest services and be
broken.
like, "Her lips weren't moving. Fix it."
And you can be like, and per this podcast, it's been broken. for like a year now.
Fix the
So.
Yeti. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
listen to y'all because they're
Oh
not
my
listening to
God.
us. All right, so
Not
my
listening to
favorite,
bad
last
boogers.
one, I'm going to jump in with my own,
Yes.
is speaking of water features. I love
I
the
love this
jumping
one.
fountains back there by
Yeah.
Imagination. They have basically remained untouched since I was a child.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yes, which is why when they announced this, like, we're going to do this Moana water feature and it's going to be interactive fountains, I'm like, y'all know we have that already, right? Like, let's go back a
Up
couple
here.
steps and like, y'all know we got interactive fountains,
Kristen's like,
right?
we
They're
have
there.
interactive fountains.
So we need more? I'm confused because these are the GOAT and I don't know why you would need like more.
Kristen's like, take the walls down and just put signs, arrows that say interactive fountains.
This
That
way. Go this way. And like I gotta be honest with y'all, I've never seen
Exactly.
anybody have a bad time back there. Have you?
This is
No.
true. This is
No.
true. No, kids love it. Kids adore it.
It's a beautiful view. It's cooler up there. You get some breeze. The
Mm-hmm.
kids have so much fun. The parents get to sit. There's like
Yep.
little seating
There's benches
areas.
back there. And
It's
like on a
amazing.
personal level, I remember playing in those fountains as a child. So now like I
Yeah.
sit there as a parent and I watch my kids do what I've done, which honestly there's not a lot like there it's so different now, from when I was a
Yeah.
kid, especially in Epcot. So to see my kids having that exact experience that I had and love it like I did. And I mean, I always tell them not to get soaking wet, and then they're soaking wet, and it doesn't matter if it's like January or August, they're just like drenched. And I'm like, now you got to live with it, kiddo. Like the same, reprimanding speech my parents gave me, like I have with them.
Yeah.
And
That is so cool.
it's such a magical, like, area back there. And it's like I said, it's just even like the little ones that are in a circle and they just like bloop, bloop, bloop up. Like my kids literally, I forget what we were waiting for. I think it was a dinner reservation. I don't even know. But I was like, let's just go back there. The kids can play. I mean, you have to like drag them out of there. The little bloopy fountains and the big ones and, the monorail goes by. It's the perfect
I
area.
love it.
I've never seen anybody have a bad time back there.
Yeah.
It's
I do love
It's
it.
the best.
They're really
And
fun.
I love that we were kind of able to, capture it.
I also think the hidden Mickey in that one is really cool because
Yes, but the hidden Mickey is
they
just
are.
actually the shape. It's hard to.
We
Like
had
the
to ask, yeah, we had to ask our artist, like, where's the hidden Mickey? And she's like, it's the whole design. And we were
The whole
like,
thing.
wow,
We were like, wow, really?
right over our heads.
5
And
stars.
when we posted one of those things too, where we're like, find the hidden Mickey and you can win the design for free. No one got this one. No one ever,
Yeah.
it just was up there forever. Nobody got it. And then,
It's the whole thing.
people were like, is it in the dots? Is it? And I'm like, it's very obvious when I tell you.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my favorite. And it's an emotional one, but I mean,
That's okay though, and it's so cute though.
I
I
love it.
love that area too. Just being up there and being able to relax. Typically, like I'll go up there to the Chase character visa
Yes.
room. I'll go
Yeah.
see some characters in there, and then you come out and you're at those fountains. And I will just again sit up there, watch the monorail, people watch from up there. The view is just so pretty, and like I said,
It
it's
is.
it's a little more cool up there. You get a little bit more breeze off the water.
yeah,
Like
there's a little
Yeah.
bit of
it's just a
shade
nice,
sometimes
relaxing
under the
spot.
trees. It's a good time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it too. It's nice.
So that's
Yeah.
that, guys. Those are our favorite Epcot designs. We'll put a poll in
Yes.
stories
Yes.
so you can tell us what your favorite Epcot design is. And if you have
Yeah.
any suggestions for Epcot designs, please tell us. Either send us a DM. We have a suggestion box on the site. You can type it in. We have a very long list of designs that we want to do. And I feel like it's always very Epcot heavy. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I feel like we always have so many Epcot, so then we always try to
Yes.
well, maybe we should do something else. But like,
Other parts.
yeah, but I mean, Epcot, I feel like, and it's just there's so much great content that comes out of Epcot, like currently and formerly, and it's just so if you have something we're not thinking of,
Yeah,
please let us know because we want to make stuff that you guys are gonna buy and that you're gonna like and that you're gonna like kind of proudly wear.
Yes.
wear and show
I
off.
support these
Yeah.
fountains. So definitely let us know. And, we can't thank you enough for listening and for participating with us. We love you guys so much. And
Yeah.
Yes.
we're so appreciative. Love
We
you.
really are.
So
Yeah,
have a great
we
week
really do.
and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.